We're back in the kitchen. Actually, we're still in the kitchen, and because you stopped by for lunch, I talked Pauline into staying around, and we're going to make another meal. And actually, you'll
Sounds great.
making something that you can take back to the office, too. A little special treat.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we're refining an earlier recipe, but that's next.
Okay.
Now, a couple months ago, Pauline was up for a wine dinner, and I served veal scallopini.
Yes.
And Pauline had never had veal.
Wasn't
a big fan, but you enjoyed it.
It was delicious.
Yes.
It truly was.
So I wanted to show her just how simple it is to make.
Okay.
So because I also try to use all our ingredients, I kept the leftover parsley and the shallots and the garlic from the mussels because we're going to use them in this recipe. So if you would do some chopping on the garlic and the shallots and throw them in there, and we'll start building a sauce.
Do you want them really fine?
I'm not as picky. I mean, just whatever looks good.
Okay.
I'm just going to throw some butter in a skillet here. Yeah, I like to, I like everything to lead one meal to the next. I don't want anything wasted, ever.
Next question, do you want all of this for your recipe?
Yeah, go ahead. There's never too much garlic. So that was fun. Chris likes to come into the kitchen and make a big mess, but the food was delicious. And I'm glad you hung around.
Yes, put me to work, but this is great.
Well, it's kind of like at free meals.
Yes, I love it. I do enjoy cooking. Except I'm going to steal your knife now so that I can chop this up really
I don't know why I
fine.
didn't hand that to you. I'm sorry. Yeah, free meals has been going great. We unfortunately had to say goodbye to Kim and Beth, who are leaving for Florida.
Very sad. We're going to miss them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for them. It's going to be good. But I've known them for 15 years.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah, and I'm especially going to miss Barney the cat. Barney's my little buddy. But now we've had new people join free meals. Kyle, who is a friend of ours, and Pierce, my friend Kula's son. He has joined us, and he's coming back. Can't wait to come back.
Very nice.
Yeah, he had another commitment last week, but we are cooking next week.
So we'll have a full house.
I hope so.
Good.
And then Tom and Martha should be back soon. So we're going to do, in honor of Halloween, we're going to do Sloppy Joes, because those have been very popular the last couple of years that we did it. All right, so while she's chopping that up, she's going to throw it in here. I just juiced a lemon. Got about 2 tablespoons of butter. So this sauce is going to be very, very similar to what Chris made for the mussels.
Okay.
Very similar.
That was delicious.
Yeah. Oh, and the stock, you just want to... So I'm just basically using up what he had there. I'm using up the last of the white wine. And save the cork.
What you going to do with the cork?
I'm going to make either a cork wreath, or Nancy had a great idea yesterday. Instead of a wreath, get like an S-shaped frame and build like a cork wreath thing as centerpieces for
that's
wine
a neat
dinners.
idea, yeah.
Yeah.
How's your wine dinners coming up?
We have the 25th, and then I'm not sure November's date, and then we have 2 in December, but they're both completely booked. So
Very
we can
nice.
add more. So don't hesitate to call. And you can just throw all that right in there.
They're a lot of fun. They truly are. And I've been where I haven't even known anyone. I've just come on my own, and it was very fun.
That's why I like when we have a smaller group, we put the tables together, because then everybody can get to know one another, and it's kind of a big family style thing. So we're just going to throw this in. Throw some fresh parsley in there. And the difference is, instead of the broth to steam, I'm going to thicken this up a little bit once it gets rolling.
Okay.
So there we go. That's all we're going to do. I got potatoes on cooking, so veal scallopini is a little bit more refined. A lot of people would serve it with pasta and such. I'm a sucker for mashed potatoes. So that'll work. I'm going to give you a clean cutting board. Not that it makes any difference, because it's just potato onions. Just chop up some bite size. I should probably give you a knife.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Just go throw some, and I'm going to let the asparagus steam right in the sauce. And then the asparagus will pick up.
Been cut?
Yeah, I always start from that end.
Okay.
Because that's the tender part. And then
do you want all of this, or do you want me to
probably about
stop?
halfway down, because I'll save the rest of it and use it to start a stock, a vegetable stock. Because this gets a little fibrous down here and hard to eat, but it still has great flavor. Oh, look at that. You didn't shoot any onto the floor.
No.
That's what I usually do.
I'm watching my fingers really close.
And I got some nice scallopini veal. You actually buy this already cut to this.
I'm just going to put this in these bowls.
There you go. You can just throw the rest of that right in that pan and let it sit in there and simmer. And there's our scallopini veal, which is very, very thin. I get this down at Hollywood. They have such a nice selection.
Oh, that looks good already.
See,
Okay.
nice and thin, and these aren't going to take maybe 2 minutes on each side to cook. That's how quickly these cook. It just almost looks too thick, doesn't it? Oh well. So that's what we're going to do with that. We're going to flour it and salt and pepper it
Okay.
and set it aside until our stock is ready. And then when we come back, we're going to make a special surprise.
And you're not going to say it
just
yet.
for you. No,
Okay, I'm curious.
well, I wanted to refine a recipe that we tried previously, and I needed someone here who really likes chocolate.
Oh, it's chocolate. Okay. I'm glad I
Of
came
course, now when I
over.
called Pauline and said, if you happen to stop by the lodge on, the day we're taping, there may be chocolate. And you saw she was
Oh, yes.
came from work, obviously.
Connie knows. Just say the word chocolate.
Uh-huh. So I'm just going to lightly, these you could set up a bowl of flour and dredge it,
Yes.
but that tends to waste when you only have a few pieces to cook.
So you're just sprinkling.
I'm just going to kind of dust them, get them ready to go. And like I said, this will go on at the very end. Now, when we did this at the wine dinner, I was actually in here firing the veal as it was being served. That's how.
Oh, so it's that quick.
Yeah, and you don't want to, it can sit, but there's something about it coming right off when it's crispy and then it hits that sauce.
Okay. The sauce was out of this world. It truly was.
Oh, thank you. Fun, fun, fun. So that's what we're going to do. We'll come back, we'll talk about wine dinners and murder mysteries and all sorts of fun stuff and get this ready, and then we will prepare a special surprise.
Alrighty.
All right? Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so you want to give those?
Here we are in front of American Legion Post 108 in Oxford. Now, every Friday between 12 and 8:30, they serve up some of the best fish in Michigan. Follow me inside. We're going to take a look around the post. All right, here we are now on the hull side of the post where you can get tables for anywhere to 6 to 30 people. And before or after you're done eating, take a walk around and browse through the second largest military museum in the state of Michigan. All right, now we're over on the restaurant side of the post where most of the fun happens. As you can see behind me, they've got darts, pool tables, 50-50 raffles, and any kind of fish you can think of, baked cod, walleye, combo plates, all right here at your beck and call.
You're watching OCTV, Oxford Community Television, serving Oxford, Addison Township, and the village of Leonard.
All right, now before we get to the fun stuff,
Yeah.
we
What
want
are
to
we gonna
thicken
do?
up our sauce a little bit.
Okay.
So I turned down the heat some, and I'm just going to dust it and whisk it. And that way we don't get lumps. We do make a mess with the flour because it's all over my hand.
That's okay.
Yeah. And grab that bottle of Pinot right there. The
Okay.
silver, yeah, add some more. When I build a sauce, I start with small, I start in a way that I can add more to it as we go. A little bit more. There we go. Some more lemon juice. There we go. And that's hot, and I'm pulling seeds out of the heat. We're just gonna let that go for right now. I can get that out later. So see now the flour's thickening up some?
It is.
Yep. Just a little at a time. That's how you don't get lumps. Dust it in and whisk it.
Okay.
We're gonna let that sit. All right. Now,
That was pretty quick, really, to make.
oh yeah, it's super easy.
Okay.
All right, now we made these lava cakes
Oh dear.
on a previous
Okay.
episode, but I had the wrong jars.
Alrighty.
So they tasted good, but they looked awful.
So
I
you
got
need these
these.
jars.
I got
okay.
these because these are smooth on the side. So what first thing we're gonna do, spray some jars. Now, normally I spray into the sink, but it's kind of inconvenient to do that here,
I was
so.
going to say, I'm going to get this all over.
You just sprayed it all over me?
Sorry.
That's all right. It makes my skin so soft. And I won't stick to anything.
Alrighty.
All right. Then, again, I'm going to, just like we did last time, basic brownie mix.
Okay.
I'm going to put a little bit of this aside. Now, take some of the brownie mix, throw it in the jar to coat the jar instead of using flour.
Okay.
See? These are so cool.
I need more. It'll go faster. I said I need to put more in. It'll go faster.
No, that's yeah, well. That's what I do. Just want to knock out the excess. And the nice thing about these, not only that they're delicious, but you can put the little lids on them, and you can put them in the fridge for up to a week.
Up to a week?
Yeah. So you come home after work and, oh, I want something sweet. I don't want to have a. Oh, wait a minute. I've got lava cakes in the fridge. Take the lid off. Throw it in the microwave.
That's pretty good.
1 minute. 1 minute. And we're making them on this segment because they won't be cool enough till the next one for you to try them.
Okay.
Because they are like lava. They really are.
Okay, what's your next step?
You're going to mix up the brownies. See, that's why we wanted to do that first.
Yeah, it's making sense now.
Oh, I got to spray this one. We do want to keep some of the brownie mix in the bowl. just a little.
Just a little in the bowl?
Yeah, we just kind of dust in these, Pauline.
Okay, I'll get it out. Okay.
All right, get that last one. See, I did the same thing last time we did this. I was just scooping it in, and then I ended up making a mess. That's all right.
Added flavor.
Please, it's extra chocolate. But the whole thing about this is you just take your basic
Dump.
brownie mix, and add, when the mix calls for 1 egg, so we're going to add 2, which, as I said to Terry on a previous show, adds to the lavaness of it all.
Okay.
We decided that was a really good word, so just mix. And we're going to fill each of these little guys about halfway, and then we're going to sink some chocolate pieces into them, which I should start unwrapping right now. So while we're doing this, yeah, so we've got a wedding coming up in November, and that's where I'm going to make the macaroni bar. I think
Say
that'll be
more about the macaroni bar.
well, I'm going to do probably 2 different big pots of macaroni, probably one more to the orange and one more to the white, and then like 30 different things to put in it. And set it up so people can serve themselves. You know, bacon and broccoli and caramelized onions and wonton noodles and anything anybody can think of.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, and it's going to be November, so it's great for what. And then we're going to also have hamburgers and hot dogs. We'll have the grill out, be cooking. So that'll be a lot of fun. And also beef stew. For some reason, they asked me to add beef stew. I said, sure. I guess that's in case somebody, there's probably one person in the world that doesn't like macaroni and cheese.
Could be.
Yeah.
Beef stew is good anyway. So.
Now, you see how much smarter I got this time? Instead of mixing that in a regular bowl, you can pour it.
Yes.
See? So just fill each of these guys up halfway. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what else do we have? We have scrapbook ladies coming. We have our yoga ladies coming back. I have a couple of dining groups that are coming up. They're going to come up for dinner and an overnight, full expanded wine dinner.
Oh, and they spend the night.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
This is a fun place to be.
I think so. And then, of course, we're booked for New Year's. New Year's is closed. But we still have openings for Christmas parties and such. I just booked
You are one busy lady.
I just booked a Christmas party for January.
How did that happen?
Well, they like to have their party after all the holiday commitments are out of the way.
Oh, so it's like a family type get-together?
Actually, it's a group of friends.
Okay.
They like to get together when all their other commitments have been met.
It's a good idea because December does get to be quite hectic sometimes.
Does this like get more so every year? You figure when the
Sometimes,
kids grow up, it should get simpler, but it doesn't.
No.
Because then you have kids and kids have friends and everything else.
I'm trying to do this without making a huge mess.
Oh, that's fine. You're dripping all over the table, but
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to catch it.
chocolate.
Oh, there you go.
It's not a problem. But yeah, this like I said before, we made it. It tasted great. Just didn't look as great as we like. course, these are going to be a little messy too, but that's all right.
Taste, it's all about taste when
need
it
the
comes to
scraper?
chocolate. I have one, so
Oh,
I'm thinking
right.
I'm going to have to.
So we pop these in the microwave for 1 minute.
That's it?
Yep. Now we did longer on the last ones because we used the bigger jars.
Okay.
But, so all I'm going to do,
And
take
one
a piece
last
of
one.
chocolate, set it down in the center. The recipe called for 2 per cup, but since I'm using much smaller cups, I'm just going to use the 1, which I think this is the lava factor here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it lava-y. And then when we,
This is a baby one
yeah,
for somebody who's not real hungry.
all right. You know what, I should put those on a plate. Put a couple of those in the microwave.
Okay.
Push 1.
Push one.
That's all you have to do.
Let me open it.
All right, which one of these is missing its chocolate? There we go. And then it's just got to do its thing. And then these I'll wipe off and put the lids on. So if somebody's like going back to the office, they can take them with them. So by the time we come back, those will be out, and we will put the veal together, and we'll have
Ready.
another meal. Yeah. So come back and join us. We'll be here.
OCTV brings you some humor to relieve the excitement of local meetings. Watch Elgin and David explain the local politics with Minutes by Minutes. Weekdays at 11:30 in the morning and 10:30 in the evening, keeping it local.
I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Dave Kenny. Each week, catch us on Minutes by Minute.
Don't miss it.
Watch one of the longest running programs on OCTV, Our Community Access, every day at 9:30 and 5:30. Hosted and produced by Bill Service. Our Community Access, keeping it local.
All today on Our Community Access.
All right, you ready for this? Look at this.
Oh,
Look at that. I know. So we're gonna let those
And
sit
a
and
minute
cool.
in the microwave is
I
all.
know. And they're cakes. So we're gonna let those cool because they are like
Okay.
lava. And
Okay.
hopefully right at the end we're gonna try to see if we can't flip them out and crack them.
Okay.
And let the lava pour. All right, so mashed potatoes,
All ready?
real basic. Butter. Now I have a handful of butter. Why do I do that?
Okay, I'm getting hungry.
And sour cream. I'm such a sucker for sour cream.
Oh, these look good. These look good.
Nice and mashy. Cool. All right. So then we're
What's
gonna
next?
just knock the potato off of there.
I just saw some more sour cream.
Oh, I'll get that. Not a problem. All right, now we are going to go over to the stove and fire the veal. So I'm just going to turn this. Just grabbed a small pan. Okay. I've got the big pan going for that. Get some olive oil hot. And like I said, these...
Does it matter just flipping basically?
Yeah, just going to basically put it in. And it's hot enough. Almost there. And just see this piece? I'm going to drag some more flour on it. Throw it in there. Hopefully we'll have a sizzle. Nope, it's not quite sizzling yet. That's all right.
Sizzle. It will.
All right, because it's starting to go. Look at the mess I've made all over the stove. But don't worry,
I think that's a sign of a great cook.
I have a great cleanup crew. Actually, at home, my kitchen never looks like this.
No?
I think here it's that I have so many different things going on at once.
They could be.
But
There, now it's
they're
sizzling.
starting to get sizzle. Now you can do this in butter, which makes it really super rich. I used olive oil for today. And these are cooling. They smell so good. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
There, now it's
There we
done.
go. That's really all it is. A little bit of salt and pepper and flour on the veal. It's the sauce that does it. The veal is so thin, you want to cook it fast so it stays tender. And then when it goes into the sauce, it's wonderful.
Okay, where's the finished product going into the sauce?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I found that out quite by accident. We had a wine dinner and I had some extra veal after I was cooking, so I threw it into the sauce. And after sitting in the sauce, it was even better. So now I decided that it's going to get fired and then go directly into the sauce. And let it sit and soak up the sauce.
Now, fish and chicken I can cook very, very well. Beef I tend to overcook. So do you think this is done?
Slightly brown on each side.
Okay.
It's an eyeball thing. And then I'll cut these down, make them a little bit easier to handle. Make them more like medallions.
So now that one has some brown on it, so that side's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these will be easier because you can throw a couple of these in at a time. Now, a lot of people ask, do we only do meat at the wine dinners and such? No, we do vegetarian. And also, if you have a special issue, we've tried to accommodate gluten-free. It's a little tough, but I try. We can accommodate vegetarian or vegan. If there's a special food that you absolutely don't like, you don't like mushrooms or you don't like cucumbers, if you tell me when you make your reservations, I can work around that easily, very easily.
Connie, you usually have so much food that even if you were a vegetarian, there's so much to pick from, there'd be no problem.
Well, that's true, but I also like to make it so that everybody feels catered to, so that, you know, and without making them, singling them out and making them feel awkward. I don't want somebody to come and sit quietly and pick things out of their food and not want to say anything. Because then you just feel awkward, and I don't want anybody to feel that way. So how's it coming?
It's
Can I
coming.
take the spatula and get this into the sauce?
I'm tempted to add a little more oil, though.
Okay, it's right there. You can. And while you're turning those,
There it goes.
well, this has been a fun day for me. I'm cooking in the kitchen, which is I love to do. My hubby comes to visit. Pauline comes to visit.
Thanks for having me back. It's so fun.
I love it. I love it. I mean, when I don't have a guest here, I tend to talk to myself. So at least if there's somebody here, I don't look quite so crazy.
That's not why you want guests.
Partially, and partially because it's fun.
It is.
I love it. A lot of times when I have people up here for dinner and such, this is where they end up. They come in the kitchen, they want to see what's going on and help out if they can, and that's fine with me. Until I get ready to serve, and then everybody has to get out of the way because it's very carefully timed. So bury that one in the sauce up there.
Oh, this is looking good.
The sauce is a little, it didn't make as much, and there's a lot of asparagus in there, so it's a little thicker, but the flavor is there, which is what it's all about. No, don't start these.
Okay.
We'll work with what. I will cook these up later, don't worry.
Say this is done too.
I'm going to plate some of this up. There you
The
go.
last one there.
Perfect. Look at that. Perfectly done, Pauline.
Well, thanks.
Perfectly done. And you see, now you've had this sauce, but this is
Yes.
completely different with the asparagus in it. Do you like
Oh,
asparagus?
I love asparagus.
Okay.
This is going to be out of this
I
world.
suppose I should have asked that before I just committed you to eating it.
No, I like surprises. I know that I'm going to have a surprise when I come up here. It's something that I probably never had before, so this is great.
First, let's see. Okay.
Testing to see how warm? Yeah, they're still warm.
See if you can run a knife around there and flip it, and if it'll come out. Well, you probably want. Oh, you can use that plate. Oh,
Still warm.
Oh, oh, oh! Look, and there's the lava.
Yes.
There's the lava.
You want all these out?
Why not? You're gonna have to
Okay.
eat them.
3.
But I have some.
There's going to be someone helping me do this.
I have some for you to take back to the office.
Oh, they are going to love it.
Look at this. Look at this. It's all ooey and gooey.
Oh, look at that is right.
All right. And see, they still have to cool a little bit before you can touch them.
This one's really hot.
But that's the way. Well, then you can just let it sit. I'm going to go ahead and
Oh, wow, look at those.
I'm going to go ahead and set up potatoes and try not to get them all over the table. Ooh, look at that. Now that's not undone cake, that's not undone batter, that's the chocolate piece that melted in there.
Okay. I was going to ask you why this one's not holding.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as
Okay,
mine.
I'll take the reject.
And there's our veal. And
Oh, that just looks delicious.
get some sauce and some asparagus onto the whole thing. And had we not been, putzing around with the lava cakes, I would have made a nice green salad on the side too. But I didn't do that.
Oh, another great job, Connie.
And there, dig in.
Oh, that looks good.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to try this out. Doesn't this look delicious?
Now, if the veal's not tender, it's not my fault because she cooked it.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, look at that. That cuts like butter, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Is it good? Mm-hmm.
Oh, the sauce is delicious.
It really is just, let me borrow your fork. Mm-hmm. It really is just that simple. It's just, and there's one of my lemon seeds. Push that off the side. It's
Excellent.
It's a sauce you can use for so many different things. I make it up here a lot. Oh,
Excellent.
I forgot something.
What'd you forget?
My favorite finishing touch. Capers.
Is that more for flavoring or for looks?
Both.
Both, okay.
All right, so we've had a lot of fun.
Yes.
We've got a lot going on. Call me, 248-933-4579. Hit me up on Facebook, Treetop Lodge, Oxford. Come on up and see what's going on. Join me in the kitchen. Create your own event or join me for one of mine. And thank you again. I'd hug you, but we're all so
You were all
messy.
chocolate.
Yeah. Ooh, you got to try some of your chocolate while we go here.
Oh, let's try. Okay, I'll take the reject. Let's see what this is like.
The ooey gooey one.
Yeah.
So come on back.
Afraid
In the
I'm gonna make a
meantime, be
mess.
nice to each other. Share the fun with friends.
It is really good.
I know. And I've got
Very
some ice
rich.
cream, too, to put on there. So
Oh, that's delicious.
I know it. Isn't that wonderful? So come back. Please join us. Join Pauline and I. You'll be back.
Yes.
You know you'll be back.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Connie.
No, thank you. We'll see you soon. Keep the views coming, folks. It's been great, and I'm having a ball. Yum, huh?
Canine Stray Rescue is Oxford's own local dog rescue. Each year they take in hundreds of dogs and bring them into suitable homes. A certified nonprofit organization, Canine Dog Rescue strives to give pound dogs a new leash on life. To donate, adopt, or even volunteer, call them at 248-628-0435 or go to their website, dogsaver.org, and click on the Canine Stray Rescue League link.
Hi, I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Dave Kenny.
Together we host OCTV program Minutes by Minute, where we search for the funny side of local politics.
Among other things, Oxford, where has all the money gone? Do you think we can find humor in that? If it's there, Elgin and I are sure to flush it out. Sometimes you just have to hunt.
Learn more by watching Minutes by Minute on Charter Cable 191 or AT&T Channel 99. We air Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. and again at 10 o'clock p.m. And by the way, you can also find our show on our computer website, occtv.org, and again on YouTube.
Minutes by Minutes, we keep up with the latest local politics. See if you agree with us that there is humor.
OCTV, where your news is closer to home.
Watch one of the longest running programs on OCTV, Our Community Access, every day at 9:30 and 5:30. Hosted and produced by Bill Service. Our Community Access, keeping it local.
All today on our Community Access.